In Ultimate Team today, EA dropped a player moments Luiz Felipe, and just off face value, it actually looks like a really premium centre-back card. It's only costing one squad, and it is an 85 rated squad with a Serie A player. For our case, we are using Insigne, and for the rest of the squad, as you can see, just pretty much La Liga untradables, plus Digne just chilling at left back. Let's go. If you need some coins to improve your Ultimate Team, the cheapest place to get them is at IG Vault, and there is a link in the description. And if you use the code Kieron at checkout, you'll get yourself an even bigger discount off your order. And now that's been submitted, we do have ourselves a nice Brazilian centre-back coming into the club. And hopefully he gets a dynamic image sooner rather than later. It's really annoying that they don't come out with them sometimes. Like EA, you knew the card was coming, so you may as well apply the dynamic. I'm kind of excited to try a squad that isn't my boring Premier League squad for a review, so we're going to just go full Serie A for most part and hopefully create a nice squad, because as you can see, my club is stacked with untradables from this league. Alright then, Serie A side has now been put together. It's a bit of a defensive midfield, but I'm sure it'll do a decent job. I actually really want to try out this Zakaria, because since he's changed leagues, I haven't given him a go, and obviously he's now been upgraded, so I had to throw him in. Anyway, we're here to focus on Luiz Felipe. Comes with a 4-star weak foot, which is actually quite useful for defenders when distributing from the back, and of course when doing clearances, medium-high work rates as well, which is great. Long throw-in trait, which really isn't all that applicable for FIFA, but it's there. Anyway, in-game stats, what is there to like? Obviously the pace, good pace for a CB, and physically, bit more the same. Very high aggression from him and pretty good strength too. 85 jumping with him being 6'2", should be very, very solid aerially. In regards to his defending stats, very nice interceptions of 90, and pretty decent stand and slide tackle as well, both of 86. One thing I have to comment on is his dribbling. I think that looks pretty solid for a defender. 95 reactions as well, that is great to see. In regards to distribution, nice shot and long pass. Well, nice short passing, long passing, not so great. Not bad for a defender, but like I say every time we review centre-backs, there's just so many centre-backs in the game now that do have very good long passing, and this guy unfortunately does not. But it's nice to see a low attack positioning stat. That combined with the fact that he's got medium-high work rates should mean that he never really, gets out of position. With a basic chem style, he is a 90 rated centre-back, 93 with anchor, and 92 with shadow. Honestly, you can't really go wrong with going with either anchor or shadow for this guy, to be honest. Even a sentinel is quite good for him, and it actually makes him a 94 rated defender. And let's be honest, 85 pace is more than usable, so Sentinel probably, in the grand scheme of things, is the best chem style for him. However, this is FIFA 22 Ultimate Team, and most people are still going to go with Shadow. Let me just scroll down. Yeah, Shadow still the most popular one. So because of that, we will use that chem style for this review. Let's get into the Brazilians' debut then, and we are up against a Bundesliga team. Ball whipped into the box, Dumfries. Haaland tries to get round with the pass, but oh wow, Luiz Felipe made the block, but then I completely lost focus and had like a weird brain moment where I just didn't know what to do, and eventually we get the throw. Yeah, don't like that. Chance to distribute now for Luiz Felipe, and that did not go anywhere near where I wanted it to. Ball's in behind for Haaland. Good block there from Luiz Felipe on the sliding challenge. Alright, really poor first 45. Confident we can bring it back though. Just need to make some tweaks for the second half just to be a bit more offensive. Luiz Felipe, nice one-on-one. Wins that fairly comfortably. The pass away, not quite clean. Nice. Oh, unlucky. Oh, are we going to win this or what? The ball is bouncing horribly. I mean, we made the initial tackle, which was nice, but like I was panicking after that. Let me tell you something. This does not surprise me. Passing around the back for the final 5 minutes. I'm not going to lie, I'm not that invested in winning the game, so I'm just going to allow the game to play out. And there's full time. Really disappointing game to lose, to be honest. Yeah, the team was just so defensive, and we conceded 2 long shots and a rebound goal, so that one hurts. I do feel like 5 more minutes in the game and we get the win, but the passing around the back obviously just killed us off. Anyway, how did Luiz Felipe go on debut? Not bad, to be honest. He wasn't at fault for any of the goals, as I say, and did an alright job, so yeah, no complaints. Next for us then is this team. Looks to be a much tougher test judging by the team alone, but we'll see. I don't think so. Luiz Felipe quick enough to get back ahead of Ronaldo. Simple job, but someone's got to do it. It's a tougher one as Mbappe gets in behind, but Luiz Felipe shows really good pace to beat him to the ball. Don't think so, Mbappe. The Brazilian denies him. Nice sliding challenge there. Okay then, 1-1 at the break. If I could stop conceding long shots, that would be great. Oh, that's a red card all day long. Dirty. Off the ball incident. Let's give it to Mr. Luiz Felipe, who hopefully is going to wrap this game up nicely with a nice dink down the middle, and that is the exact result. Following the 4th goal, my opponent decided to rage quit. Like, what's the point in the 84th minute? Like, surely you haven't completed the year in review objective, so you may as well stay the extra, what, 30 seconds and get an extra game towards your objective. Like, I don't see the point in quitting. Anyway, job done. Luiz Felipe, pretty good in that game, tough match, and to be fair, Manolas, even though he got 6.9, I thought he was solid in that match as well. I thought the defence as a whole was pretty good. The goal we conceded, as I say, was a long shot, so yeah, happy with that defensive display. Game number 5 with Mr. Luiz Felipe. When we eventually get into it, press play, please. Come on, let's go. Come on, come on. I want to watch football tonight. Okay, flashback Neymar, nice. Varane and Van Dijk in the back line, not so nice. Come on then, Felipe. Have a crack. Gone for it. It's on target, but it was never really posing a threat towards the goalkeeper. Balls in behind for Chiesa, but Luiz Felipe once again sliding challenge does the job. Luiz Felipe, oh, you know what? It wasn't far off. Would have been buzzing if that went in. Through in behind, but as per Luiz Felipe just sat at the back ready to sweep up. Easy job, made easy by the fact that his positioning is solid. Yes, they're through. Luiz Felipe once again doing well to track back. Good pace against a very fast forward. Nice Felipe. Just making Kulusevski have no option and eventually just helping nudge the ball off him. And that'll do us. Nice 4-0 victory in that game, and Felipe gets himself another clean sheet. Okay then, after 5 games with this Luiz Felipe, what did I make of this card? But just before we get into this review, can I just say, Zakaria is an absolute beast. Like, if you didn't do this card, if you don't have him in your club, I feel kind of sorry because he is fantastic. Really did like using him. Anyway, back onto the player we are reviewing. What did I make of this Luiz Felipe? Pretty solid as you would expect. I don't think anyone came into this expecting it to be a bad card, and for the most part it was actually really solid. Showed very good pacing game. Positionally he was very strong, and when it came to like one-on-one defending, he was really good, and you'll see that in the footage, just constantly, you know, making, you know, good tackles when he's got hold of obviously a would-be attacker. So yeah, happy with the interception rate, happy with the tackling ability, and just happy with his, you know, ability to react to obviously defensive situations. So from a defending point of view, pretty happy. It's more the same for the physicals as well. Good strength, good aggression, good fight for the ball, and yeah, aerially not too bad either. And the same, to be fair, can be said for the dribbling, which for a centre-back really wasn't that bad. Would I go on runs with him? No, but has he got the ability to turn versus other centre-backs? Yeah, I think he's got, you know, a decent bit about him in that regard. Passing I thought was pretty meh, super inconsistent for me at least, and like I touched on at the start of the video, there are many centre-backs in the game now that can pass pretty well, but for the most part it's still, like, from a defensive point of view, a really good option. As you saw in the footage, really good pace on him, good positioning, and just that alone makes him a pretty effective card. combined with the fact that he's got some very good defending stats and some good physicals, makes him a really good CB option. So it's a good card, a pretty good card I would say, but is he worth picking up? According to FUTBin, currently coming in at just over 100k. Obviously with untradables, you'll get it well under that price. Let's now do some comparison, to see how his value stacks up versus other cards in the game. I do have to say straight away, this card makes this card look really bad value at 200k, with this card being half the price, and in my opinion, just a bit better for the game. Like, so yeah, that card, if you did it, I'm sorry, unless you're an AC Milan fan and you're happy with it, you probably got a bit ripped off. Anyway, if I'm running with a Serie A team, what two centre-backs am I picking? Now, a few months ago, I'd have gone with the Skriniar. Like, he's brilliant in game. Like, he was so good. One of my favourite centre-backs for quite some time. There's a couple of players that are now ahead of him, I think it's fair to say. Cordoba's outstanding. I swear, as the game's gone on, he's actually become even better in game, which is kind of weird, but I just think the changes to gameplay that EA have just made it, you know, more towards his kind of play. I think he's class this year, and his headliner's Koulibaly is also really good. If I'm going for a Serie A duo, I'm not going to lie, I probably would go towards the two most expensive ones with Koulibaly and Cordoba, because you got your more mobile centre-back here, and obviously Koulibaly is just an absolute physical monster. But following on from them, I probably would have with Luiz Felipe, and that's pretty good ranking for him, to be fair, because you got to remember he is also half the price of these two cards, and with untradables you can probably get him for even less. So yeah, I do rank him pretty highly in terms of Serie A centre backs. In terms of Brazilian ones, am I using him over Marquinhos straight up? No, I just think Marquinhos is like broken this year. He's so damn good, and I'm also not using him over Eder Militao, but I would pick him over the other Brazilian centre back options. I can't really comment on this one too much though, just because I haven't used it, but all the others I'm definitely picking Luiz Felipe over. So if you're on with a Brazilian / Serie A side, it probably is a card worth considering. Is it, you know, a guaranteed must-have? No, but for 100k, I really don't think it's badly priced. Do I think it's excellent value? No, but it's far from terrible value. And as I say, if you can fit him in, I do think he'll do a pretty good job for you. Guys, those are my thoughts on the 87 rated Luiz Felipe. I do hope you've enjoyed the video. Any questions, pop them down below. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.